Skaters carry the culture of this sport, yet get none of the power. We're about to change that for good. One of the rallying cries behind this movement has been the idea of giving the sport back to the skaters. It's a bold phrase, but let's unpack it. In the traditional skating world, who holds the power? The big manufacturers decide what equipment you get, the federations decide the rules and where funding goes, often to a select few. The top coaches and choreographers influence the sport's direction, and of course only a tiny handful of superstar skaters ever get a real voice or influence in how things evolve. Regular skaters, the millions of us who love the sport, mostly just go along for the ride. We carry the culture, we bring the energy, we literally embody the sport on the ice every day. But decisions are usually made far away from us. That's what no power looks like. We want to flip that script. Giving the sport back to skaters means putting you in the driver's seat in ways that has never been done before. Practically speaking, here's how. First, we're inviting skaters and coaches and parents into the process of innovation. In the past, did a skating company ask you how you'd improve a blade? Probably not, but we did, and we will continue to. This whole project was born from skater input. Dan was a skater who saw the need. I'm a skater who jumped on the idea, and we're involving real skaters every step of the way in testing and refining. That's going to continue after launch. Skaters will help decide what our next products or upgrades should be. You've lived the problems. It only makes sense you guide the solutions. Second, giving power back means shared ownership. Not necessarily in the literal legal sense, but in terms of sharing the rewards and success. Remember, I mentioned our creator program? This is where it kicks in as a power shifting tool. Traditionally, if you love a product and recommend it to a friend, the company gets the sales and maybe you get a thanks. In our model, if you help us grow this skater force movement, you get a real cut of that growth. Sell a blade through your referral link, you get paid for that sale. Help build a community that believes in this mission, you gain status and income as that community grows. We're basically saying, we're all building this together, so we're going to win together. It's as close to skaters owning the brand as it gets, without you having to front huge investments or have a fancy title. Your passion and effort translate into tangible rewards. Think of it this way. What if skaters effectively own the brands they use? What if people at the rink, not just a corporate boardroom, benefited from a skating company's success? That's exactly what we're trying to do. If we succeed as a company, a significant slice of that success, financial and otherwise, flows right back to the community through commission payments, profit sharing pools, funding for local events and clubs, and so on. We've structured things so that early supporters become lifetime partners. For example, those who join our mission early, we call them founders. They will lock in higher commission rates and special bonuses that last indefinitely. It's our way of baking skater power into the foundation of the business. You're not just a customer, you're part of the team that's growing this. Another aspect is giving skaters a voice in the story and culture of the sport. We will actively amplify the voices of everyday skaters and coaches through our platform. In the creator program, the content you create, your reviews, your tutorials, your experiences will be front and center. That's on purpose. We want genuine skater voices out there, not just polished ads. Skaters will be educating other skaters about the product, sharing personal stories, and even helping to onboard newcomers. When was the last time a major skating brand let the community do the talking? Usually it's a top-down message featuring a world champion. We respect the champions immensely, but we also believe the kid at your local rink who lands her first axle and posts about how her new blades gave her confidence, that story is just as powerful, and we want to lift that up. By now you can see that Skater First isn't just a slogan for us. We're building mechanisms for skaters to have a say, to have a stake, and to have a platform. Over time, as this grows, I envision a skating landscape where if you have a great idea to improve the sport, you have a means to be heard and maybe even bring it to life through this community. Where if you contribute to the sport's growth, you actually earn something for that. Whether that's money, recognition, or opportunities. Where the balance of power shifts just a bit away from the old gatekeepers and into the hands of the people who lace up those boots every day. Of course, we're not naive. Change like this doesn't happen overnight, and we're working within a sport that has established institutions and traditions. We're not looking to burn anything down. We're creating an alternate path and proving that it works. As more skaters get involved and benefit, the rest of the industry will have to pay attention. That's how we give the sport back, by proving that when you treat skaters as partners and leaders, amazing things happen. One question I get is, isn't this what sponsors and federations are supposed to do? Support skaters? In theory, yes, but traditional sponsorships only go to a select few, and federations have limited resources. We're creating a system where support is built in and decentralized. It doesn't depend on one organization's budget or one star athlete's marketability. It's a network of support fueled by the community itself. It's new, it's different, and it's about time. Up next, I want to compare this new inclusive approach to the old exclusive one. Specifically, I want to talk about how traditionally only the top elite skaters got the spotlight and the help, whereas our model opens up opportunities to everyone. Let's dive into that contrast because it really highlights why this change is so needed. In the next video, we'll break down the difference between the old world of skating endorsements, where only champions mattered, and the new world where we're building, where every skater matters. If you ever felt overlooked by the sport's old ways, you'll want to hear this.